high enough to deal with this. But Daezang has a drop of his own going down, so I might be wrong. He might be going for some Zealot Bombs on these tanks. And some Speedlots running in there. Now he's dropping some Zealot Bombs in the backfield. No, he's still looking for a place to go with these. With his shuttle, and the shuttle might have some High Templar. Oh man, Daezang losing that shuttle. That's terrible, terrible for Daezang. I don't think he actually managed to get anything out, and if it was full of High Templar, then that is a huge, huge loss for Daezang. Losing that shuttle, I felt like he should have gotten shuttle speed if he was going to go for further shuttles, but Daezang is in a bit of trouble now. He's lost a lot of probes at the upper right. He hasn't managed to pull off an effective attack, and now he's going to be pretty much economically behind because Hery has picked up his third expansion at this mineral only. Meanwhile, Daezang going in with his cloaked army here, using his first Arbiter to his best effect. He needs to go and put a stasis up on those two tanks on the ledge, though, or else they're just going to rain damage down so badly onto this force. He is going for this Command Center snipe. He will get the Command Center, but at a cost of pretty much all of his Zealots and 4 Dragoons there. Not sure if it's exactly worth it for him. Although, actually, it probably is worth it because of the economic damage he's done. And by the way, the MSL has reached the round of 8 also, not just the OSL, but I probably won't be casting 4GG versus Cal. I know I said that in a previous game. I think Diggity will be casting it, so just basically check out his account for that game. And also check out Motrap's account. Her good friend Moltarp, as I like to call him, has been just doing a crazy amount of Pro League games recently. He's done 2 full series and just absolutely great commentaries. I'm very happy to see he's got more time this summer because I certainly enjoy watching it, as I'm sure most of you do also. And now another attack going in here. I don't think this is a wise idea for Daezang, though. It looks like he is going to pull back. There are just way too many tanks on the ledge there. And the problem with Daezang's fights is sometimes he just doesn't know how to break a Terran defense. He's certainly won his share of mid-games just by running directly into the middle. I think he did that pretty successfully in the OSL in the game I watched, just going in with Speedlots and Dragoons when I thought there was no chance of him winning, and yet still managing to break the Terran front line. But in the late game, you really can't just use... You just can't use Dragoons and Speedlots to break front lines of these advanced Terran armies. It really won't work. And a lot of Science Vessels out also. We could be seeing some EMP very soon. EMP going off in the army, and Daezang's going to lose his entire army here. He's also losing his upper right corner base there because of 2 tanks being dropped there. I feel this is this game was definitely shifted in Hery's favor. Actually, Daezang might be typing out fairly soon. He has lost his expansion at the upper right. Once again, I feel like he didn't even notice this until now, pretty much. He was too busy focusing on these attacks. So Hery, yeah, wow, just able to position his tanks at will up here. And Daezang, I'm still not sure if he's aware this is happening. He must be now because of this probe has started attacking the siege tank. And now the siege tank finally will get taken down. But just doing more damage to the Nexus. One more drop would take down the Nexus. And a Vulture Harass going on in the middle here, and a lot of units getting killed here. And wow, I think Daezang's pretty much in full retreat here, so Hery's going to be able to push out at will here, and I think this push will just basically be unstoppable here. There's pretty much no way for Daezang to stop so many tanks. And actually, I was completely wrong. The tanks are not upgraded at all. So the video quality was a little poor there. I thought that 0 looked like a 2, but actually the tanks are 0-0, so I'm very surprised why Hery decided to build 2 armories if he wasn't going to upgrade at all. That's just mystifying to me. Now, basically, Daezang going for a last-ditch attack here on these tanks. Once they go down, I think this base game will basically be over. He's trying to do some Zealot Bombs here, but looks like the Goliaths will actually take down the shuttle. And stasis fields going off on the tanks, though, so this might be Daezang's last hope here. He's actually drawing some of the mines into the tanks, and he might be able to finish off this attack here. He's managed to, but he unfortunately, he stasis the tanks in the front. Actually, what you want to do, using stasis, you want to stasis the tanks in the back, actually, so your Dragoons can kill the tanks in the front. Otherwise, if you just stasis the front tanks, you're going to create this impenetrable wall that's actually going to block your own units and protect the units in the back. But of course, Daezang was probably doing about 10 things at once there, so he probably didn't notice that. Or is just trying to get a stasis as soon as possible. Meanwhile, though, it looks like the stasis army has managed to revive itself without taking too much damage. So those stasis units were saved. And another expansion going up here for KTF Hery at the upper left. So definitely Hery is way ahead. And Hery has so many idle SCVs. And what is he doing? He actually doesn't have an expansion yet at the upper left. I guess he's a little bit late in planting his command center. So those SCVs are going to be doing a round of long distance mining. And Daezang trying to take that base here, the expansion of the upper right, but it's not going to happen. Hery has, well, actually, it might go down here, but he's lost a couple of probes there already. Another stasis coming in from Daezang, actually. So good work there by Daezang, taking stasis on those tanks, and now moving in more zealots, but EMP going off on those arbiters, so they're not going to be able to cast any more spells, of course. And once again, this contain has not been broken. So as long as Hery has his contain, basically he'll be able to attack the upper right with impunity, because Daezang's troops just can't leave the base if they're produced there. And now he's going in for the attack at the upper right. More troops going in here. These speed lots are pretty much the only force that Daezang has right now. They're trying to take out tanks, but once there's a couple more vultures, this is going to be over here. Charon boosters up for those Goliaths, and they just picked off another arbiter there. Meanwhile, these arbiters are actually doing some fighting of their own, but and a couple of dragoons actually managed to sneak out and attack Hery's base there at the upper left. Hery, meanwhile, getting all vultures, it seems. He's going to be going for a big he's going to pretty much clean this up with just vultures by themselves. And just look at the red all across the map here. Basically, Daezang has just gotten a couple of speed lots out and arbiters, and those are just not going to be enough here. I've been noticing that a lot of Protoss have been going for the relatively fast arbiters on this map. Not just Hero in the last game I watched, but it's interesting. Not sure if it's exactly the most effective. I actually really liked Best's move of going for the fast carriers. That was actually quite sexy, and actually the ridges on this map allowed to be quite successful. Hery's cleaned up this attack, and these roving arbiters are just still trying to find something to attack. Meanwhile, this arbiter is cloaking the dragoons, so the SCVs can't kill it. But Hery's control isn't exactly great either. I feel it could be a little stronger, but in this game, he's certainly out-controlling Daezang. And that arbiter gets killed. So Daezang, yeah, pretty much out of this fight here. He's going to be moving a couple more forces north, but this is not going to cut it. And, oh wow, EMP going off on the Dragoons in the front. Tons of tanks here, and this will be GG, unfortunately, for Daezang. Pretty much once he loses his base, this is going to be a good game. And I'm going to be looking forward to the next game, though. The old school Dreamer Protoss. GG coming from Daezang. So, going to look forward to the next game. Daezang loses the first game, but we're going to have Oversky playing for Air Force Ace in Game 2, and he's going to be facing the old school Protoss champion, now Raw. So there could be some interesting double cheese in that game, actually. Both players are known for cheesing, and it could be very interesting. Of course, we could see a very epic standard game also. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this game. Stay tuned for games 2 and the rest of the series here.